Good evening. It is 7:13 p.m. Monday evening, and I don't know about you, but I am pumped up to make everything happen. So, the day before yesterday, I finished with cleaning up my Git history because I messed up and I committed quite large files from the build which weren't supposed to be committed. So now everything is fine. But I noticed during my previous streams that sometimes my input volume from the microphone goes quite down, like from 25% approximately to something like this. And it is not acceptable. It goes down by itself. I have no idea why. I tried to Google it, and Google basically said that Zoom might do something like that, but nothing other than that. And I'm honestly confused. So let's see. First of all, through the settings, nothing interesting in the settings. Let's also, no settings here. So what I want to try, I'm wondering if maybe my application causing this. So let's see, maybe it thinks that my music, or actually not my music, but my voice peaks sometimes and it lowers input volume. But actually I think that right now I should lower it a little bit, but I am doing it through my microphone instead of this slider. So let's see, I want to open Vox. Let me move it. Okay, Neuro Mind Vox. Here is the Vox. And let's run it. For today's stream, I plan to stream for approximately 2 hours, maybe like till 9 p.m. And what that means is basically that first of all, I want to make final polishes to the Vox UI and all of its logic, double check a couple of bugs. Potential bugs, I'm not sure, I want to double check if there are bugs. Then I need to make sure that Vox is production ready, that it is prepared. I need to sign it, I need to do all of that. Then I need to also create the landing page for the Vox, because Vox doesn't have any landing page for now. And finally I need to start marketing it. But honestly, I don't think that I'll be able to do all of that today. So I think that it would be good just to finish everything on development side, like put a proper dot on development side and focus on going into production, creating landing page and marketing it. So let's see, I have already run it. Let me see, we have sound here. And let's see. Okay, so I'm checking if it's going to influence sound in any way. What do you think? Is it going to do anything? And yeah, everything seems fine. I have honestly no idea what influences input volume on the microphone. Why did it happen? I don't know. Let's also, you know what? I will also shoot this dog moves by itself. I swear. Okay, so does OBS influence input volume in the microphone on Mac? Okay, let's see. Yes, influences input volume and behavior. Okay, but yeah, so I know. Okay, does OBS automatically? Let's say automatically. No. Does Mac automatically changes input volume of the microphone? Okay. Zoom, Skype and Google Meet, but I'm not using those right now. Like, might be the culprit, but I didn't set up auto MIDI for the mic, only for my headphones, and so that you can hear what happens in my desktop. Vinyl music is playing. Interesting. Okay, now there is a music. Okay, ambient noise. Try use ambient noise reduction in system settings, sound input. Okay, this is old one. Old one, stop one. Okay, let's see what this one says. Okay, having lots of Zoom meetings using my Mac internal microphone and the volume auto adjust to low. I tried system preference, sound input, time to the max they can hear me, but I have seen lots about this issue but found no fix yet. MacBook Pro, blah blah blah. Okay, and this one was closed. Okay, so I don't see any auto adjustments here. Play sound effects through, alert volume, play sound on startup, laser interface sound effects, play feedback, like everything is different. What if I click this button? Is just help. Okay, doesn't matter. And let's see, I will just quit Zoom because I also have Zoom kinda opened, so I quit it and let's see if it helps. And let's also see which percentage right now, 26%. Okay, so it is 26%. I will put it also in my notes and we will see if it's going to stay the same by the end of the stream or not. Cancel. Notes. Input. Mic. Volume. 26%. Where is it? Here. Okay. So I closed it. Let me also open it and see if something changed right now. It was 26%. Let's see. It still says 26. So hopefully everything's going to be fine, but we will see. So what I want to try and fix right now, I had a feature to have for the user to be able to run Vox 2 times, kind of one right after another. Actually, do I really need this feature? Because transcription is happening very fast, polishing happens very fast now too, but still, let's try. So I have two of them. Hey Vox, how are you doing? Hey Vox, how are you doing? Okay, and yeah, it stopped and so it crashed. Yes. It even didn't crash, it just stuck. It's not responding to anything. It just stuck. Okay, so I will stop it. I'll run it once again because I want to use it in order to improve it. Why not? And let's see, so we have Vox here. And extra high, I think is going to be fine, and hopefully it's going to help me with preserving my weekly limits. Hey Claude, so I have an issue in this application that when user runs it multiple times in a row, so for example when user starts Vox before previous session ended transcription and polishing, then basically application freezes and stops responding. Please look into this issue and fix it. Thank you. You always should say please and thank you, because otherwise, like, you never know. Okay. please look into it and fix it. I'll stop Vox. Now, what else I want to do? What is this appearance? Anthropic Suns. Okay, Anthropic Suns is fine. Match system, okay. By the way, how does it look in light mode? Ah, yikes. No, thank you. I am a dark mode guy. Okay, so a new session starts before the previous one finishes. Per my memory, I should delegate non-trivial work via plan, research, synthesize, implement, verify, brief plan. Honestly, I'm not sure that it was supposed to use orchestrator skill for this one. But actually, why not? But we'll see how long is it going to take and how much of everything it is going to take. Okay, what else? Let me double check my notes. Because I had a list of things which I wanted to do. So Polish UI, it is basically done. Landing, marketing videos, which I need to do, and landing I need to do. I need to think about pricing because I want it to be free, but still I want to earn some money, obviously. So I need to find some middle ground where users will be able to use its all free capabilities, while at the same time I will be able to earn some money. And it should be also comfortable for all my users. Okay, so I'm fixing this bug. And logic to stream Polish. Okay. Yeah, so I think that main things which are left are fix this issue, which Cloud is working right now, and also to think about pricing and all of that, yeah. So that would be it for Vox, but I actually also want to... Okay, I will pick it up from here, Neuro Mind. I also want to look into Neuro Mind. NPM run dev. And I also need to open my Firefox. And let's see, so it is localhost 3000, and we will see in a moment what I want to do, because honestly I don't remember like at all. So this UI is very nice, but this one isn't really nice, and so I'm thinking, do I really need white mode? Because I feel like most of the people actually either like and prefer dark mode more, or they don't care if it's light mode or dark mode. Still running, falls through to begin and starts a second concurrent file. Okay. Is reject ranty while pipeline is in flight with a friendly build state. Cancel and restart is tempting, but Whisper has no... Okay. Concretely add a pipeline busy counter. Increment on session start. Okay, begin. Okay, so basically it's not going to allow to run two of them at the same time, or even three of them at the same time, and it will just reject all subsequent one until the first one is finished. And honestly, it's okay. I would have been concerned about it 2 days ago, when polishing was relatively slow, but right now polishing is fast, so I'm not really concerned about it. And let's also double check the sound. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, 26. Interesting. Okay, agent is busy and I want to go to Neuro Mind. I'll move Vox to the right side. I'll also do this magic. And also let me open the demo. Let's see, there are a few things which I don't like. Like it's... Okay, I can zoom out. Yeah, all of these are untitled. Actually... Huh. I want to be able to select. Okay, do I want to care about it? Let me think. So I'm thinking that I want to be able to select all of them. So for example, if I move from this point to this point, these three subtasks should be selected and user should be able to delete them, but it's additional feature and honestly I don't want to focus on any additional features because it's destructive kind of. So what this means, it means that let's see, also light mode and also these things. Let's see if I move. Okay, so I can move, blah 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 blah. Nice. Honestly, it's purely magic. Let's see, remove, 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 remove. Okay. No tasks yet, blah blah blah. And again, if I make it full screen, it looks good. It does look good. For this one, let's see, once again. Huh. Interesting. Or yeah, actually I think that is fine. So yeah. But for some reason for this particular part I like white mode more, even though I am a dark mode guy. And atelier mode is of course amazing, very very fancy, but may not be that usable. Okay, let's see, what do I want? Did I want to improve something here? Selection? No, I will skip the selection part completely. For now at least, until there are users. What I'm potentially... Let me also double check. Yes, this part is working fine. I don't know what is this Ra? Okay, honestly, I want just to ask, what does mean? It's Neuro Mind, so it should be fine. This one is still working, and it took, okay, only 5% or 1% limit, so that would be completely fine. Right, ascension, one of the two coordinates astronomers use to locate object on the celestial sphere. Okay. Equivalent of longitude instead of degrees. Okay. Total around the celestial equator. Okay, paired with deck. Constellation Cygnus. Fittingly, since the project sprinkles the citations. Okay, and I'll open... Actually, I will just clear this one. Clear. So, let's see. Run TSC. Okay, so Vox should be done soon. And I'll wait for it because I'm going to use Vox to build Neuro Mind. Because I can. And meanwhile, I'll drink some nice tea. Okay, running agent, blah blah blah. And actually, you know what? I'll go to Cowork. And what is ask before acting, act without works without pausing for approval. Of course, I'm going to use Opus. What does it say? Consumes usage limit faster than other models. Okay, and this one, nothing. More models, Opus 4.6. Work in a projects, create new project. Start from scratch. Okay, place for ongoing work where context builds over time. Files and instructions stay in a folder on your computer. Okay, so I'll start from scratch. I would say Sibyl ecosystem. Or should I just, for this particular one, use... Yeah, I'll just use Vox. How to work, optional, okay. This one is fine to browse, and I think that it should be able to browse my Vox, clouded design, and do I have readme? Okay, open. Memories, what is... Settings to let Cloud remember context in this project. Okay, I'll go for now like this. And let's meanwhile see our code. Oh my god, it's so long. Gate is binary, not a counter. The saturation blocks command contradicts itself. Toast text inconsistent style with project. +1 valuable test gap. The existing tests only cover busy gate. Okay, so honestly, I think that having a reviewer agent is very, very neat and good, because otherwise, yeah, 3%. Oh my god, it's taking so long. Let me meanwhile browse YouTube, because why no? Not while we are waiting for agents to finish their work. They are working so slow, come on. Why are they working so slow? 50k a month. Okay. How much it would pay me for 500 million? Editing made easy. How I bootstrapped and sold. Blah blah blah. Can stop talking about goblins. I got 54 seconds. Boring but pays well. Make me 10 UGC videos. I quit software engineering. Let's see. I never saw this guy. It is actually interesting. Okay, so he has small views here and there. What about live? Okay, okay. Okay, 1 year ago, 3 weeks ago. Video game. I'm calling a AAA game. Till I buy my family a house. And how does he have 29k or 20 MRR? Okay, let's see. Quick claw, open claw on your iPhone. Let's see this one. Okay, so does he claim that this app brings him $30,000 a month? Okay. Quick claw. Interesting. Okay, whatever. And not committed, no git, was run. Since you didn't task, okay. Let's see the Vox. And let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm testing, and yikes. What? Okay, so are you working? Are you working? What the fuck? Are you working? Oh my god, there is definitely some issue here. Testing. Like now it doesn't open when I click for the first time. When I click for a second time it does open, but okay, so it's fine now. What about if I click right now? So it is fine, definitely fine. Okay, and now it's not working properly. It just closed by itself. Oh my god. And how much did it waste? It wasted 5% of my limits. Come on. Okay, let's also look into the code. Busy toast. Busy guard. Okay, so right now something strange is happening because the application sometimes working, sometimes it doesn't work basically. So, but first of all, I will tell you about 3 different issues. The first issue is going to be the easiest one. It is your UI issue, that when user presses to command option dot to speak once again while app already transcribes or polishes something, and it does show warning, but the warning is the text itself is too big and it goes over the borders of the pill, over top borders and over bottom borders. So maybe make it smaller, either less words or smaller font size or something. That was the first improvement. The second improvement is that after I tried to call it 2 times in a row, basically one after another without waiting for polishing to finish. And it did show me it did show me that warning message. But then, when I try to call it once again, when I'm sure that polishing finished, basically nothing happens on my first command option dot press. When I press it the second time, the peel appears, it starts listening to me, but it automatically stops after a couple of seconds. And only after I do it a couple of times, it starts working properly again. So, these are 3 issues, and I want you to fix them. Be as careful as possible and use ultrasync. Okay, let's see. Transcription quick, polishing is also relatively quick. Not perfect, but it's okay. The first, the second. Okay. So we will let it sync, but what it means that I won't be able to use Vox for my other applications because it's not working properly. Okay, so then I will use just a regular Cloud. Let's also check sound. Okay, so it is 26, and I also want to put here because I used this recording here, so maybe it was because of this one. Maybe this influences somehow input volume, I don't know. Let me now think what I wanted to do. So basically I wanted to change my landing page, improve the landing page. Hey Claude. So what I want you to do, I want you to drastically improve my landing page of this application. And the improvement should be based not for observatory mode, basically not for the map mode, but for atelier mode, for both light and dark theme. And the improvement I wanted to do is basically about both UI UX, but also about wording. Because wording for atelier mode should be completely different from the wording in map mode, because atelier mode focuses more on business people or business professionals or software engineers, so it should resonate with them a lot. And for UI part, you should use front-end design skill. Thank you. Oh my god, I forgot that this bug exists here. Why? Why? What did I do wrong? Come on. And yeah, basically from what I see, Cloud decreased my input volume for some reason. Okay, let me look into settings. I'll move it. Actually, I don't think that there is anything important here. User sounds, general. Okay, actually, you know what? I'll move it to my main screen. Because I don't know, I'm not sure what it might say. Preview. Web. How to fix pull request. Usage, billing, privacy, account. General. Notifications. Okay, if I go here, run startup, quick access shortcut, voice short. Menu bar. Keep computer awake. Browser use, computer use. Okay, so basically from what I see, there are no settings to disable it. So I may have to Google, but for now let me speak once again in order to run this Neuro Mind, and then I will also look into maybe there is some other solution on how to improve it. Hey Claudia, so I wanted to fix my landing page for this application, and actually not fix it but drastically improve it. First of all, there are 3 different modes of the landing page. The first one is kind of a constellation map or observatory mode, and this one should stay as this. And the second mode is atelier mode with 2 sub-modes, light and dark. And I want you to focus on atelier mode, and I want you to improve basically 3 big things there. First thing is wording, second thing is UI, and third thing is UX. Let's focus on wording first. So the wording should be completely different from the initial map or constellations mode. Atelier mode is focused on business people, on professionals, or on software engineers, so it should speak directly to them. And then for UI and UX, I want you to make sure that the landing page looks very aesthetically pleasing, modern, and not like some regular AI created landing page. Use front-end design skill for it. Thank you. Okay, so I copied, and where is more than wording? Okay, extra high. Honestly, let's use max. Like, I don't plan to work a lot today, and what that means, basically it means that I'll not be able to go through my 5-hour limit, and right now it's only like 5%. Okay. So these 2 are working, and I'll go back to work. Ask permissions, walks, okay. Let's see, I never worked in co-work mode, so it is actually very, very interesting for me. And oh my god, music, honestly, I don't really like this music. Let's see. Like, it's supposed to be kind of ambient or something, but I don't like it. Let me look for something better. Let's go with cinematic one, I think. Looks like cinematic is the best for me, at least. Okay, let's see, what do we have? So it's Vox, and what I want... Okay, so I want to think about pricing approach. Hey Claudia, so we are thinking here about the pricing and maybe even the marketing part for my application Vox. Vox application is a direct competitor of Whisperflow, but the main difference is that my Vox application is running on local models, and it is focused for now at Macs with Apple Silicon chips. Due to it running local models, it means that privacy is top-notch and nothing goes to the cloud. Also, it means that I don't incur any cost when user uses my application. I want this app to be a part of my bigger ecosystem of applications focused on people's productivity, job search, and people being able to get promotions at job much easier. I didn't create this ecosystem yet, and basically Vox is my first part of this ecosystem because it's also going to help me in building even more apps by being more productive in talking to AI tools and everything else. I want to distribute this application freely from one side, but from another side, I obviously want to earn money. So I'm right now honestly confused on how to approach this and how can I provide free access to people while earning money from this. I had a couple of ideas, and actually no, so I can free access to people while earning money from this, and honestly I will just stop here because if I give it any ideas, I think that it will just go based on my ideas, but I want it to think fully from the scratch. And also I'm not sure if this particular session is good for co-work, but let's see. I don't know what is the difference between co-work and regular chat. So we will see how it goes. And also let me double check the music. So it's fine now, but I wanted to lower the volume a little bit because I think it was actually too loud, especially considering that my input volume got down. So I'll move it a little bit up. So it should be better now. You should hear me much better. It's 20%. But yeah, I know that I will speak again with cloud through this application. So like, yeah. Okay, and Q, blah, blah, blah. Zero marginal cost per user changes the math completely. Let me share how I would think about it. Meanwhile, let me look into code. Working. Okay, let's go back to co-work. What? It already gave me some response. What the heck? Okay. So it is done. Happy to think through this with you. The good news is your station is actually more favorable than most indie devs. Zero marginal cost per user changes the math completely. Let me share how I would think about it. The free versus paid tension you're feeling isn't really a contradiction once you reframe it. Free isn't the opposite of monetization, it's the top of your funnel. Your real question is what part of the experience captures attention and builds trust, and what part captures revenue from people who get the most value. You don't have to pick one. So, okay, I don't know what it is going to say next, but my main confusion is not that I want to make up like free or... I understand this difference between free tier, paid tier, top of the funnel and blah blah blah, but in my mind I want to provide the maximum value to my users for free. But okay, let's go further and let's see what it says. Your close comparable isn't Whisperflow, by the way. It's Super Whisper, another local first Mac dictation app. Okay, they charge roughly $8.49 a month or $90 lifetime, which is meaningfully cheaper than Whisperflow, $15 a month. Precisely because I don't have cloud inference costs to recover. That's your benchmark. Whisper flow is a target you're displacing. Super whisper is a price reality you're competing in. Mach whisper sits at 1530 lifetime and shows that there is a market segment that strongly prefers one-time purchases on Mac OS. For Vox specifically, here is a structure I would seriously consider. Okay, let's see about Super Whisper. And let's see about Mac Whisper. Deepgram, blah blah blah, Super Voice type in any app, Super Whisper, let's see. Saga by Deepgram, blah blah blah, download, free for early access. Okay, and what is Deepgram? The voice AI economy is powered by Deepgram, built with the most accurate and cost-effective real-time APIs for speech to text, text to speech, blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's see pricing. Must-have features for everyday use, voice to text that works in the app, okay, meeting recording and transcription. Supports unlimited use of small AI models, custom prompt control, email support. AI API key, unlimited use of cloud and local AI models. Intel Mac. I'm being worked on next. Okay, so it seems that they have quite a lot of users. Okay, so I honestly now think that I should just make it fully free, because otherwise if I want to charge Pro, then I need to add cloud and all of that, and I don't see any reason to do that. Here is a structure I would seriously consider a genuinely useful free tier, full local whisper dictation, all 5 built-in voice modes, the global dictionary, every hotkey, and Apple Intelligence Polishing were available. Okay, the free tier is your privacy narrative engine. It's what people on Hacker News will rave about. Free local null account, null telemetry is itself a marketing method. Okay, around $4 or $5 a month. Okay, the lifetime option matter a lot in the Mac indie market. It's what made apps like Sync, Bartender and Mac Whisper feel trustworthy to a certain kind of buyer. What goes behind the paywall should be featured that individuals who use Vox daily will value, not artificial cripples. Creating unlimited custom voice modes, app-specific mode auto-switching, larger custom dictionaries, voice training, personal vocabulary, multi-display pill support, priority support, bundled early access to your future ecosystem apps as they launch. Theoretic systems of your Pro license should explicitly include early access and bundled pricing for future apps. This does three things at once. It gives Pro buyers an ongoing reason to feel good about their purchase, it pre-sells your audience for the next product, and it lets you collect revenue now against future value, which is exactly what you need as a solo founder, blah blah. Okay, no transcript stored anywhere, no account required, works offline, no per month fee for something that should be a tool you own. Concrete copy direction. Whisper flow without the cloud, your voice, your Mac, that's it. Audience that pays a premium for this is privacy conscious developers, lawyers, doctors, therapists, journalists, anyone in regulated industries and the broader anti-cloud Mac power user crowd. Your launch sequence in priority order: Hacker News, Product Hunt, Mac Apps, and our privacy on Reddit, Indie, Mac Dev, Twitter, Mastodon, then a couple of YouTube reviews in the Mac industry space. The Hacker News crowd in particular eats this profile up local first, Rascal Swift, Apple Silicon optimized, no cloud, and one good Hacker News front page day can give you a year of organic traffic. Do you want to launch as free only first to gather audience and reviews, then introduce Pro? Paid tier emerge from real signal rather than guesses. You can launch with Pro Day 1 if you have specific paid features ready and want revenue immediately. Both are valid. The first is what I would lean toward in your situation, since you don't yet know which 10% of features will be the ones serious users won't live without. I want to see log the live, I think. Yeah, this is the one. So I saw this guy on Threads who is doing this application, and basically he had, at least half a year ago, he had a pro tier which kinda sucked. And I want to double check. Okay, Pro $4 a month. Monthly $7 a month. Okay, so 3. So habits, tasks, goals. Okay, so this one is basically it's just hard copy which he made himself. It doesn't cost him anything to make habits and limit tolerance. Focus timer, okay, dark mode. Okay, so he gamified it. Okay, so he basically gamifies that in pro mode you have these things unlocked from day one, while... Huh. This thing is interesting. for themes, analytics and focus patterns, vision snapshots, data export and probage. Okay, so actually this one is okay. This gamification idea is pretty nice one, but now I'm thinking, what do I want to hide? I also had a thought about improving, not improving, but basically hiding it from, oh my god, not hiding, but basically adding some dashboard of winners who won the most amount of time by using this application. So for example, when they are speaking, so for example, for every 10 words they speak, they win kind of 1 second, because typing 10 words would have been 1 second slower than speaking. Maybe it's 2 seconds, I don't know, I didn't calculate, but yeah, roughly let's say 1 second. And so each 10 words add 1 second, and whoever saved more, that one won. But I don't know. It's like gamification, but do I really... Would it add any value? Not really. See task progress. Should. Let's see product hunt. Product hunt. Let's see product hunt. Okay. So, agent teams you can actually delegate to. Codex pets. Avatar. Okay. Flowly, your personal AI assistant native to your desktop. Cloud code and codex usage, trading cards by your dial, Droppy. 11 agents by scale conversations without scaling your team. Interesting. They are on product hunt. Text-to-speech and voice cloning software, the most compelling, always block. Lifelike voices for creators, okay. So, can I buy it? Launch November 12th. Okay, so what? Okay, whatever. Manex, preserve useful answers. Yeah, so here is the Whisper Flow ad. Okay, so what they say? They just lead directly to so it leads to the application. If I click here, the right leads to the application. Okay. Vibe train evals, Clara. Everything about AI. Oh my god. Any sales task with AI, Whisper Flow. Again promoted, and if I click it will just okay. Whisper. Okay, so this one is basically just notes. Yeah, it's called Whisper Notes, so it does make sense. Like, just adding ads. Yeah, I can add some kind of nice ad, like at the bottom of the pill, for example, small one. But the problem is that if I don't want to track people to really track them, and if I don't track them, then I don't know which ad to show them, and my audience would be too different for any advertisement properly targeted. Let me drink some tea. I don't know, should I really do it? Like, I don't want to show any like Google ads or something like that, because they can be too different to random, and I would love ads to be something like advertisers to be selected by me. Let's see, and meanwhile let's also check code, because it should have been done. Okay, this one is done, this one is still working, and Vox is done. So add a session manager, schedule pill hide unless taken, and the free, okay, predicate replaced all three, hide after call sites, delete hide now, no ops if a newer session has already claimed the pill. SRC Tauri, SRC pill, the unconditional hideout, okay. New unit test, verification, blah blah blah. Okay, let's try Vox. Oh. Shoot. Oh my god. What do you mean is not okay? Now it cleared finally. And let's also go to sound. Hopefully I will not have to use cloud voice thingy anymore. So let's see, it's 29 now, and I think it should be fine. I might even lower it a little bit on my mic. Yeah, and it should be much better now. Yes, so it should be okay. What if I speak from here? No, I will increase it. Okay, so it should be good right now, more or less. At least I hope so. If it's not good, if it's not perfect, then please write a comment. Or if you are watching live, write into the chat. And then I will play with it. Okay, so we do have it. Let's firstly go easy on it. So I'm testing, and we'll wait till it's finished. Okay. Okay, let's see if is it working. And is it working when I called it when it was green saying that it's finished? It seems it's working. And what about now? Still finishing, copied. Oh, blah 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 blah. What about now? Still finishing. Okay, so I don't like the pill. Okay, so let's see. I'll speak for a little bit more time in order to make sure that processing takes more time. And I'll stop and trigger one. Okay, so I will enable syncing because it will add some additional time. So I'm going to test it later, but I know that syncing mode will take more time to process polishing, so I will have more time to test it. Okay, still finishing, too many in flight, okay. Still finishing preview. What? Why is it not going back? Okay, copied. Okay, and I want to test one more thing, if I can use escape after it is polishing. So transcription should be okay, and I cannot use escape to cancel polishing. So let's see our context window, which is barely okay. So I think that this one is definitely fine. And I can wipe commit. Let's see. But I don't like that warning, honestly. I will also disable syncing because it's take freaking amount of time. And I'll move walks left. To the top left. Okay, and this one finished okay. And I'll open new window for Vox. Okay, so let's go. Hey Claude, so I want you to improve this application. First of all, during the transcription polishing mode, if user presses escape, nothing happens and app continues basically transcribing or polishing. I want you to improve the behavior that if user presses escape, everything should basically stop. Meaning that transcription should be interrupted or polishing should be interrupted and all of that. That was the first part. The second part is that right now, if user also toggled the application when the previous transcription or polish is still in progress, the pill shows state that like warning, previous one is still in progress or something like that. The issue is that it never reverts back to the transcription or polishing state. It only then changes to success, while constantly displaying that warning sign for a lot of time. So what I want you to do, I want to make sure that it, after a couple of seconds, it reverts back to the previous state on which it was interrupted, or basically which state the app is in right now. So for example, if it was interrupted in transcription step, but after this couple of seconds it is already in polishing step, then the pill should revert to polishing step, not transcription. That would be it. Thank you, and also make sure that you actually don't use any skills. I think that you should be able to do this request on your own, with the only exception that at the end you should run the staff engineer reviewer, which will review all code changes that you made. Thank you. Okay, so this one goes pretty fast. Okay, blah blah blah. Let's go. Honestly, I still don't know if I should have some pro mode for Vox or not really. Okay, let's see Neuro Mind meanwhile, because Neuro Mind will definitely go to the top left for now. So summary of what changed. The Atelier mode is now its own complete landing experience instead of an Atlas reskin. Atlas is unchanged. Voice overhaul for software engineer PM founder audience. Headline the plan and the work on one canvas. Was your ideas mapped and as constellations. Numeric eyebrows working instead of okay. Removed constellation star sky plates array deck blah 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 blah. Added for space topic canvas print He can buy other copies. So I don't want actually to have anything related to sprints. And let's see the context. Context is quite big. New hero, mind map mockups, cobalt accents, real looking task, row, UX sharper structure. Okay, let's see Neuro Mind. Let me reload it. And let's see how it is. But I think that all this sprint, Jira and Kanban and blah blah blah, there is no place for it here. 3000, okay. Uh-huh. Anywhere on the canvas. Okay, so I think that it didn't catch my main focus of the application. That this application is basically like a mind map. It should have only titles, even without description, like some keywords that here and there. Here is my mind map. I thought about this, and that. And at the same time, and why did I want to do it? Because I noticed that I put everything in notes and I lose it from time to time, and at the same time Jira or Trello or something like that is too big for me. So yeah, so it may be actually focused not on even software engineers, PMs or something like that, but more on kind of founders or people with ideas in the shower, in the evening, or something like that. And also what I noticed that, for example, this black in this button, it looks bad on this blue because blue is too dark. And also this hover color of yellow also looks kinda... So it is okay in the Atlas, but in Atelier mode, not really. Dark, so Atelier... Now I'm also considering if I just actually split these two applications completely, because audience is completely different. I need to think about it. Oh my god, I'm doing too much thinking this evening. Thinking is good, but too much thinking is... Okay, and am I going to... Okay, yes, I'm going to ask it in the scope of this conversation, I think. So how much did I use? Why the heck weekly all models already use 3%? Like, really? 5-hour limit is 17%, and weekly all models is 3%. So basically, it's 5 times less. So I have only 5-hour limits to finish my weekly limit. So it seems to me that Anthropic again dumped down these limits. 5-hour limit seems okay to me, the same as last week, but weekly limit, nope. Shoot. Okay, let's go to extra high now. Okay, let's see, sharper structure, blah blah blah. Oh, okay, and I wanted to use Vox, but shoot, I triggered Vox here, right? Uh-huh. Okay, it looks much better now, but I have a few more improvements I would love you to do. So first of all, in Atelier mode and both light and dark modes, the change the color when the button is focused, it's yellow color, and I don't like this yellow color there. Are you sure that yellow is appropriate for these modes, like Atelier white and dark? And also I noticed that the black color of the text in Atelier light mode, dark color on blue button, it's relatively hard to read it. So could you maybe also make the text lighter, like closer to white maybe, or double check with proper color structure, which color should be there. Thank you. Interesting. Okay, so this was the first change. But also the second change is at Atelier and Dark, I don't know. Okay, we can actually just rename Dark to something else, or Atelier have some modes, that's fine. But I wanted to change something else. Okay. As a separate request, I want to ask you to revise the Atelier mode and Dark Atelier mode of the landing page, and revise it in a way that it should actually be focused on people who are kinda in the founder mode. Not it may be founders, it may just be regular people who had a lot of great ideas or something, because basically this product, it should be positioned as something in between regular nodes and Notion, Jira, or something harder. Because personally for me, the use case why I wanted to have it is because I noticed that I lose a lot of information in my notes, or it takes a lot of time to look for it. But at the same time, I'm not ready to use something as complex as Jira, Notion, Trello, and everything else. And here for Neuro Mind, it's basically mind map with high-level titles of everything I thought about. For example, high-level title of the application I want to be, and then subtasks is again high-level feature names or something, and that's it. So please think in that direction too. You can use additional subagents if you want to change the UI UX, then also don't forget to use front-end design skill. Thank you. Okay, we will do this one. Okay, finish, please, finish. Okay, whew. I was very afraid that this one is going to start making changes and I'll lose everything. Okay, this one is working. Okay, so it is fine. I want to drink some water. Okay, the water is going down my system and I love this feeling. Let's see, unit test, blah blah blah, and I actually need to stop this one, and I also need to stop Neuro Mind too. Now let's go back here and let's go to cowork. And let's think again about pricing. Shoot, I literally have no idea how to properly price it. Okay, what if I make it fully free for all basic and basically useful stuff, so full value for free, but then for the pro version, which is going to cost something like, I don't know, $1, $2 a month or something like that, I will add, for example, some winner board on how much time was saved because of this application. And the more you use the application, basically, the more time you save, the higher in the leaderboard you go. And maybe I can even provide some prizes for the top winners or something like that. What do you think? Also, you can think in that direction, but more globally or completely different from the direction. But I want more ideas, because the ideas you provided, I don't know, they're something basic. I want something more interesting that will also capture the interest of my users while at the same time providing full value. Thank you. Okay, so here voice mode works fine. But yeah, okay, cannot change it. Okay. Q, why Q? Okay, maybe actually I shouldn't use cowork. But I don't know. And files, connectors, and more skills. Context, schedule, stop cowork. Okay, so actually I think that I didn't need cowork for this particular thing, and that I should have used chat, but okay, we have what we have. Okay, so this one, it completed walks, and what did I ask it to do? I have already forgot, oh my god. To improve the application, transcription, polishing. Okay, so escape, and okay, let's see, it was walks. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm firstly testing that Happy Pass works fine. And now I'm testing that if I'm going to run one after another, that warning will show only for a second or 2 seconds, and then it will disappear and revert back to polishing or something like that. Copied, I think that I need to use syncing in order to test it properly. Okay, so I'm testing this once again, and I know for sure that syncing is going to take more time, so I should have enough time to test it. Let's see. Yeah, it does work fine. Again, okay. Okay. Yeah, it works completely fine. And yeah, also I wanted to test escape. Okay, so I'm going to test escape for right now. Okay. Now I'm going to test escape during transcription flow. Let's try if I have enough time. Okay. And now I'm going to try and catch the polish and use escape at the polish stage. Okay, it worked fine. Nice. Yeah, so I think that we are done with this part. Why the fuck is it stuck? Cancel. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I'm testing it once again. Okay, so it disappeared. And now I'm going to press escape during polish mode. Okay, so cancel doesn't disappear during polish mode. And what about transcribe mode? Is it going to disappear during if I press escape during transcribe mode? Nope. It does not disappear. And if I press escape right now, at least this one is fine. let me commit it, because it is definitely much better than it was before. Okay, we are almost there. I just noticed a new bug, that when the user presses escape during transcription or polishing, everything is good, everything is cancelled, but the cancelled notification, which basically cancelled word written inside of the pill, it stays there and the pill doesn't disappear. When I press escape in listening mode, at listening stage, it works completely fine and it shows cancelled for a couple of seconds and the pill goes away, but it doesn't go away during the transcription step or polishing step when user presses escape, and it's definitely an issue because it should go away in a couple of seconds. Thank you. Okay. So it should be fine now, I think, after this final round of improvements. Oh shoot, I have seen... Oh my god, it's going to take so long. Okay, okay, so it's almost done, finally. Oh, it moved on a different screen for some reason, but okay, either way. Okay, let's see what this does, and let's go back to work. And let me actually check one thing on my main screen. Okay, nothing interesting there. Let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, so it answered me. Oh my god, so much text. Let me push back on the lead report idea because going broader, because I think you're missing something important code data. Related to board requires server, account, and telemetry. When you on the set, save. Privacy conscious code. Also track every session and run you against strangers. And it will show up in the very first Hacker News comment thread. Plus prizes eat into already seen margins, and gamifying more dictation creates a perverse incentive in a productivity tool. You'll be rewarding people for using your app more, not for getting more done. The instinct toward community and gamification is great. It is a specific implementation that fights your position. Okay, makes sense. Throw generally different directions, ranging from small twists to radical. The voice mode marketplace. This is the one I would build first. Voice modes are just JSON system prompt dictionary formatting rules. Imagine a community where users publish modes for specific professions and contexts. Swap notes by downloaded, okay, GitHub PR review by some dev. The free Vox lets anyone download and use community modes. Pro users can publish, get download counts, get a verified author badge, and earn a cut if you eventually add paid premium modes. I don't know. Like it would make sense, but for something bigger, I don't think that it's going to be that big. Gives status without tracking mutation. Content stays 100% privacy aligned. Prevox ships with 5 generic modes. Sell professional skill packs. Physicians pack for written dictionary, medication formatting, lawyers oh my god, I don't know, I don't want to do this. Sell the first 500 or 1000 lifetime licenses for $79.99. Founders get lifetime Vox and lifetime access to every future application in the ecosystem you're building. Once they sell out, the offer disappears. This funds the next 2 applications, creates a high-tight community of believers who will evangelize and gives you breath in the room to build the ecosystem for mass market launch. Indie devs from thought to reader to beer have used this kind of early supporter mechanic to disrupt found $1 a month from individuals is a wrong fight. The real money for a privacy-first dictation tool is regulated industry. Hospitals, law firms, financial services, government contractors, journalists and major outlets. These organizations cannot legally use Whisperflow because patient client data can go to OpenAI. They will pay $8.15 per month for a managed version of Vox with SSO. Centrally distributed voice modes, audit logs, local only but exportable, admin console, and the real support content. One health system pilot. Free for individuals, forever paid for teams who need the compliance story. This monetization scales without ever betraying their privacy. Local first gamification that actually works. Skip the global leaderboard, but keep the gamification urge. Make it personal and local. Tricks 47 days in a row, personal record, your fastest 200-word dictation. Goal setting saved an hour this month. Beautiful visualization of your own data. Okay, pro users get richer dashboards, exportable reports, and the year in the Vox and no recaps, Spotify, blah blah blah. E2E ecosystem sync. Free Vox with local only, pro ads, and then encrypted sync of settings, voice mode, and dictionaries across the user's own devices. You ship the encryption keys client side, the server stores for it mostly like user and it's defensive because you can probably say I literally cannot see your data. Here is open source encrypted code. This is what OnePassword did for password sync. The ecosystem coupled play make Vox completely free with no paid tier. Its job is to build your audience and email list, period. Monetize entirely through your future apps, the job search tool, the productivity suite, whatever comes next. Where Vox users get a discount, early access and bundled pricing. Vox becomes the Trojan horse for an ecosystem play, not a revenue product itself. Risky because revenue is delayed, but enormously powerful if you ship the second app within 6 to 9 months. One last thing on the $1-2 a month price you floated. That's almost certainly too low. After Apple's or Stripe's 15-30% cut, plus blah blah blah, Super Whisper works because they don't undervalue their work. Charging more isn't anti-user, it's what lets you keep building instead of burning out. Free should be generous, paid should be priced like the work matters. Of these, the three I would seriously consider for Vox specifically: voice mode marketplace, I don't like it. Skill packs as immediate, also don't like it. And B2B team licensing as eventual real business. The leaderboard, impulse, community, status, momentum gets channeled into the marketplace instead, where it... I don't know, I almost think that I should make it kind of free forever or something. Maybe free forever for personal use, but something like $5 a month for enterprise use. With basically all the same features, it's local only, so no privacy security issues. The question is if I want to track at least number of runs. Okay, let's see. Okay, working, this one is kind of done, so let's see. Vox done, and what it was supposed to fix. Escape during listening. Pill paints cancelled. Snaps compact hides. Okay. Let's see. Hey Vox, I'm testing transcript cancellation. Cancel disappeared. Okay. And now I'm testing polishing cancellation, but no, wait, I need to first disable syncing because it takes too freaking long. Actually, with escape it would have been okay, but okay, fine. So I'm going to test polishing cancellation. Let's see. Cancelled. Yes. Okay, co-work. Okay, so I see, and honestly, with all of these different regulated industries like medical, law firms, you said, and all of that, honestly, I don't want to spend a lot of time to building for them, to going through these regulations and all of that. I'm leaning towards making it completely free for personal use, and maybe to make it something like $5 to $7 a month for corporate use per seat. But again, it would be kind of employees would still be able to download it and use it in work. And since I'm not tracking anything, I will not be able to know if they do it or not. But at the same time, I will have some kind of legal clause that if companies, if enterprises are using it, then they have to pay me something like $5 to $7 a month per one person. And it will still always be local first, and it will be kind of private. What do you think about this approach? Transcribing, polishing, and let's see how it goes. And it's 8:46 p.m. So I think that I'll be finishing soon. And let's also vibe commit our Vox. Generate, commit, sync. Okay, so this one is done. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Button colors fix. Okay, see globals. New token, Cosmos and Star. Hero headlines, the plan and the work on one canvas. All your ideas findable. Yes, yes, yes. Hero mockup, Sprint 14, Q2, newsletter relaunch, voice journal app, move to Lisbon, backyard redesign. Okay. Audience trap, engineers, product, founders, ops and PMs, founders, makers, writers, idea collectors. I want it to be more general, because even some random Susie should also be able to use it. But if she reads this, then she's like, okay, it's not for me. But it's actually for her, because I was that random, okay, maybe not Susie, but that random John. Okay, tracker strip context, linear Jira Sona. Notion style tools are overkill. Notion Coda, click up, okay. Shift mockup. Stripe checkout, wire seat based pricing. Pick a name, sketch onboarding, recording UX. What? Give me a moment, okay, some notification. Nothing interesting. Okay, procedure, drop a topic, create tasks, ship. Drop an idea, sketch parts as they crystallize. Use cases, sprint kickoff, OKR, okay, the next product before it's a project. 3 have finished projects. Outline that survives the page. Comparison calls, Notion Mirror Obsidian, Apple Notes, Notion Mirror, okay. Comparison rouse, idea, action coupling. Hold the shape of an idea. Find what you wrote a month ago. Closing line, we don't replace your tracker. We replace the Apple Notes file you titled ideas and can never quite find again. And this one is also true. But maybe we replace the 5 Apple Notes. The Apple Notes, the 5 files in Apple Notes or something, yeah. Final STA, open the canvas, see the map, ship the work. Open the canvas, find what you forgot. Yeah. For engineers, for solo founders, makers, writers. Let's see. Shoot, it's quite a lot. Okay, so what I want to do is a little bit of small improvements. So I love a lot the changes that you made in text and wording. The only improvement we can do is that currently, for example, from audience strip, it focuses on founders, makers, writers, and idea collectors. While that is true, completely true, I also want to make sure that some random Susie, John, or some random people who also has great ideas in shower, that they can also see themselves using this application. While also founders, makers, and writers and idea collectors should also see themselves using this tool. So maybe we can change something in this hero mockup data, audience strip. What else? Let's see. In problem statement, for example, also we can say that some random guy or woman, they may not know what Notion is, but they will know what Notes is. And we may say that kind of Notion overkill, Notes underkill, so, and there is nothing in between, and this is what is in between, or something like that. Again, it wasn't precise wording, but it's the direction I want you to think in. In closing line, I also want you to improve a little bit. And for example, say that not only we replace the Apple Notes file you titled ideas and can never quite find again, but also say that, for example, we replace your 5 notes in Apple Notes which you title ideas and you can find it again, something like that in that direction. And also think about improvements to all other wording based on what I told you. Thank you. Okay, it is transcribing. And I think that it is definitely going to be my last prompt in this session, because the context is already too big and I'm making honestly a mistake that I am sending it here, but okay, we have what we have. Now let's go back to Cowork and let's see. This is actually a solid, well-established model. You're describing what Sidekick, Caddy, Tilescale, and a number of indie shops use. The phrase you would Google for it is fair source or free for personal use, commercial or license required. It works in practice, so I would encourage this direction. Let me sharpen it for you. The honest reality of an honor system. You will lose somewhere between 50 and 80% of corporate use to non-payment. Okay. People will install it on WorkMax and never tell anyone. Your conversion comes from 2 specific groups: companies above 50 employees that have legal procurement processes that scan for license risks on installed software, and ethically motivated individual contributors who flag it to their managers. Both real, both meaningful, but both require that paying you is that easy when they decide to. That's where most honor system models actually fail. Not at the legal clause, but at the okay, fine, where do I pay you moment, which often involves a sales call from an annual contract minimums or a procurement portal. If a 30% startup wants to pay you $300 a month for 10 seats, they should be able to do it in under 5 minutes with a credit card and walk away with a licensed PDF and invoice their accounting team can process. Build that flow first. A few things that materially change the conversion rate without compromising your privacy story. A self-attestation step at first launch. Not tracking, just disclosure. How will you use Vox? Personal, work, or both? If they pick work or both, you show a polite one-pager. Vox is free for personal use. Business use requires a commercial license, 5 seed a month. Here is a link. They click continue. Either way, you haven't tracked anything. You have just put it in their face once. Most people who would happily pay just didn't know they needed to. Yes. A small set of commercial-only conveniences, not gated on the core product, that would be line about free for personal. But think buyers actually want an MDM-friendly installer for IT teams, a centrally distributed JSON config for default voice modes and dictionary, an offline activation flow for air-gapped enterprises, optional, managed by Acme Corp branding in the menu bar. None of this matters to individuals. All of them give a corporate buyer something concrete to put on the procurement form when financial asks what does this. Discoverable Vox for Teams page on your marketing site, separate from the consumer page. Companies googling for licensing terms before deploying need to land somewhere clean. Yes. On the regulated industry concern you raised, I think you can actually have most of the upside without the compliance burden. Because Vox runs entirely on device and never transmit data, you're not a HIPAA covered entity or business associate. Your software that runs locally, like Microsoft Word. A hospital uses Microsoft Word type notes doesn't make Microsoft HIPAA regulated. Blah 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 blah. One thing I would push on, you own 5-7 seat a month might actually be too low for the corporate tier. Companies don't take pricing seriously below $10 a seat. It reads as a toy purchase. Harder to justify procurement effort to evaluate. Counterintuitively, 10-12 seat a month with a volume discount kicking in at 25 plus seats might convert better than 5 to 7. Whisperflow charges 15 a month consumer. You can charge 10 seat a month enterprise with a straight face since you're delivering more privacy plus on device. The license clause itself needs a real attorney for an hour or two. Don't pull a random real attorney for a hour or two. I will use you. You will be my real attorney. Because I know that you are not an attorney. Okay. The clean version of your model written out. Vox is free forever for individuals using it for their own personal purposes. Okay. This is a coherent product story. Coherent pricing story and the coherent privacy story. It's all hangs together. Want me to sketch what the Vox for Teams page should actually say or what? Okay, so I think that I can honestly kick off my landing page with this. The question is, where do I want to make my landing page? If I want to do it inside of Vox folder, or if I want to do it outside, or should. I don't know. Okay, so what I want to do. Okay, I love this idea, and I think that I'm going to start creating the landing page for it, which should also include basically PDF generation, Stripe integration, and this Teams sub page, while saying that it's free for everyone else, like free for personal use and all of that. What I want you to do right now, I want you to give me a brief summary of what we basically finish and what that landing page should contain. Like all the required sections, pages, integrations, PDF generations, and all of that. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask it to give me this summary. It will give me this summary, because right now it's shit ton of text and I want just to give a summary to Cloud Code and that's it. And after that, I will kick it off somewhere. I think it's going to be landing. Okay, Neuro Mind. Okay, let's see. What changed? A copy verified. Good direction. Let me widen the audience. Include anyone with great ideas. Sharpen the problem to underkill, overkill. Blah blah blah. Okay. So Neuro Mind. Is Neuro Mind running? Neuro Mind is not running. Oh my god. And let me also check sound. And sound is quite low, so what I want to do, I want to move it here, and it should be around 20, 24, it should be fine. And yeah, you should also hear me relatively good. Now Neuro Mind is running, and that means that I will reload the page. You are here, where here? Okay, whatever. Okay, dark. Okay, that's fine. Anyone whose phone has too many notes title ideas. Okay. Anyone, really. If your phone has more than one note title ideas, this is built for you. Founders. Map the company you keep almost starting without a ticket tracker. Makers. 3 half-finished project on one canvas. Pick this weekend. Writers. Outlines that survive the page. Okay, outlines that survive the page. Beats and chapters at a glance. Okay. Most apps are either too little or too much. Your Notes app is underkill. You have made the same idea as Note 4 times. Notion is overkill. You never finished setting it up. The middle is what we built. Notes app lose the shape. Notion is too much for one head. Whiteboard forgets on Monday. One canvas, 2 altitudes. Okay. Okay. A small self of you. Okay, I think that these things need... actually, that's fine. Neuro Mind, copy, rotate. Show a friend, not a license seed. Toggle an idea public, send the founders, removes from Spark to figure it out. Okay, what people actually do with this. Okay. And let's check the dark mode. Works. So it is more or less the same. Okay, what I'm going to ask it to do, I'm going to ask it to add everything in CloudMD. Hey Cloud, so if you didn't update Cloud.md and Design.md with everything that you did, then please update this file with your new learnings, findings, and what we did. Thank you. Okay, let me put it. Cloud, not Claw, but Claw. Shoot. Design with everything, blah blah blah. Okay. This one is going on. Let's see. Oh my god. Here are the spec pages. Okay, you know what? I will create a Vox and new session, and I'll ask it in the same session. Shoot, it's already 9:14 and I'm just getting fired up, but I need to finish because I want also to stream tomorrow morning. So I need to sleep. Hey Claudia, so I want to create a landing page for this application, and I am basically fighting between creating the landing page inside of this folder, or maybe I should create a separate folder which would be kind of on the same level as Vox folder. What do you think I should do? Okay, let me drink some tea. I will put in Sibyl folders. The projects have nothing common at the build layer. Yes. Okay, and line page wants a totally different stack. Deployment target static host sign dot app. We'll copy a few design tokens from docs, okay, over once instead of importing them. Cheap price for keeping, okay. And what that means? It means that I need to create one more repository. Oh my god. New Vox landing. Oop. Private Ryan. Let's copy. Let's file, new window, and clone, and here. Open. Okay. This one is working. Okay. And what it means is that I can just clear this one because it was a stupid question. And I will do. Hey Claude. So I want to create a landing page for my application Vox. Shoot, it's wrong fault. Oh my god. Okay, it was already 30 songs. Ooh. Let's see. Let's go to actually. Okay, whatever. Next one. Actually, I don't need Vox. I need a completely new session, and I need to select here open folder, and it's going to be Vox landing. And I actually need to add the folder Vox. Okay, okay. Hey Claude, I want you to create a landing page inside of Vox landing folder for my application Vox. I need you to use a CEO skill for this landing page because there should be quite a lot of research done to make it perfect. Also, for all UI parts, I want you to make sure that you are using front-end design skill. Also, at the end of this prompt, I will give you some general details which kind of must have to be present here, like Stripe payments saying that it is free for personal use, but it is priced for commercial use, basically for enterprises. And the Stripe integration, it should also generate PDFs and all of that. But at the same time, if you come up with some additional requirements, additional sync sections, for example, in landing page, or some additional integrations or generations which needs to happen, you are welcome to implement them. If you have any pushback on what also I'm going to tell you, then you're also welcome to push back if it is necessary to push back on it. And here is the initial requirements I have, but remember that they are just initial ones. You can improve and iterate on them. Okay, it is transcribing, it is polishing. Okay, nice. And let's go to cowork. I hope that it light is signed. Okay. Integration pages. I'll just copy it and give to Cloud Code. Trust workspace. I am trusty one. Okay, so it did update. Oh my god, it's almost 500. Okay, 47. Okay. So I think that this one is good now. I will just close it. I will wipe commit. Generate. Commit. And now I also have to think how to sell it, basically. Or what the pricing should be or something like that. And actually I need to add one more question about if it's going to be used for... should be during the onboarding flow or should be in the landing page itself? Okay, I think that I can add it later, so that's fine. Yeah, so it's nice that it understands that Vox landing is empty, that's Vox app folder nearby and should explore to understand the actual product. Okay, so it is running and I think that I'll finish for today. It was a very lovely stream and I believe that I streamed for... Okay, so it was 2 hours and 8 minutes. Honestly, I thought that I will achieve much more, but... Nope, not really. But we are getting closer and that is what actually matters. And actually, you know what? I will run one more Vox session. Let's see, where is Vox landing? Shoot. So it is working because I want to spin up. Okay, so let's see. Hey Claude, I want you to use orchestrator skill in order to double check everything in the application that it is production ready. You need to check all buttons that they work properly as expected, that there are no steps. You should check all text. You should check basically all UI. You should run both product agent, product manager agent. You should run designer agent who will double check. You should run staff software engineer agent who will also double check that the code works perfectly. And that everything is fully production ready and that I can just directly drop, create a build, store it somewhere and the users can download it and use it. If you find any issues, everything you can fix yourself, fix it. But if you need my input with something, for example, sign in the application or something like that, then don't guess on your own basically, and just tell me that I have to do it manually or tell you additional details, and at the same time provide me with detailed instructions on how to do everything that I have to do manually. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to send this prompt, and I'm going to drink some tea and relax for half an hour, and then I'm going to go to sleep. Boom. And it keeps working, and tomorrow morning we will check the output live. Thank you and have a great night.